Usborne, Aesop's Stories for Little Children. The Hare and the Tortoise. Hare loved to run. He loved the feel of the wind in his ears. He loved zooming past other animals. And he loved telling everyone how absolutely amazingly fast he was. One day, Hare was boasting to Tom Tortoise. "I could beat anyone in a race," he bragged. "Really?" said Tom, getting to his feet. "Well, why don't you race me?" Hare exploded with laughter. "You?" he snorted. "Tommy Slow Coach?" Tom nodded. "Why not?" he insisted. "Are you worried about losing?" "Of course not," giggled Hare. "It'll be a laugh." On the day of the race, Hare got up before dawn. He couldn't wait to start racing. So he went for a run by himself. Tom Tortoise, on the other hand, got up at his usual time and had his usual breakfast. 4 cherry buns and a big pot of tea. Lots of animals came to watch the start. Hare chatted happily with his fans. Tom's friends looked worried. "Do you want to call it off?" asked Squirrel. "Hare's very fast, you know." "Take your places," called Old Brown Owl. Hare tapped a toe impatiently while Tom crawled over. "Hurry up!" Owl raised a red flag. "On your marks. Get set. Go!" Hare zoomed into the distance as Tom plodded over the line. Who do you think's going to win? Halfway around the course, Hare paused. Tom was nowhere in sight. "Winning will be a piece of cake," he thought. Cake. His tummy rumbled. He had been too busy to bother with breakfast. "I'm so far ahead, it won't matter if I stop for a minute." He flung himself down in the shade, picked up an apple, and began to munch. Those look like some yummy apples. Then, he yawned. The grass was very soft, and he had been up very early. "I'll just shut my eyes for a moment," he mumbled. Seconds later, there was a faint snore. Hare was fast asleep. Meanwhile, Tom plodded patiently on. Hours passed. Slowly but surely, step by tiny tortoise step, the finish line drew closer. "Come on, Tom! You can do it!" Hare woke with a start. How long had he been asleep? He sat to his feet and raced off. There was the finish line. Already he could hear a distant roar. "They're cheering for me," he chuckled. "Hurrah!" But what was that? A small shape was creeping up to the finish. "Oh no!" Hare gasped, putting on an extra burst of speed. "Look, it's Hare! Where have you been?" He dived over the line. Too late. Tom Tortoise had won, and he wasn't even out of breath. Slow and steady wins the race. And that is the end of The Hare and the Tortoise by Usborne, Aesop's Stories for Little Children.